concepts. Now on the screen there is one question: why corporates need money? Yes, friends, please answer me. Why any business organization require funds? Yes, friends, very quickly. You all know the answers. Just you are not saying it. That's it. Please.
So to work properly and to utilize their plannings so that they can be implemented.
Okay, sir. So, if we look at corporates need money only under two categories. The first one, you can have it on the screen. What is coming on the screen, sir? It is called CapEx, capital expenditure. Capital expenditure means only for three reasons. There is no fourth one. First one, to start a business, project, or anything. Second one, to replace any existing machine. Okay. And third one, to expand your activities. Only these three. There is no fourth one. If a business organization requires money for any of these three, then we say they need money for their CapEx, capital expenditure. Friends, do not worry on the quantum of money. They might be spending money for in terms of lesser quantity also. But the benefits, they are going to reap the benefits over a longer period, precisely more than 1 year. Then we say this expenditure is capital expenditure. Okay. Now let us say Indian Oil Corporation wants to start their new refinery. Okay. In let's say Kanyakumari. They want to start a refinery, so they need money. So this is to start a project. Or one automobile manufacturing company, they want to replace human force with a conveyor belt. This is replacement of an existing system. Or third one, let us say this one milk production company, they want to set up paneer manufacturing unit inside their premises. So they are expanding their activities. So if someone needs money for any of these three, we say they need money for CapEx. That's it. Okay, it's called capital expenditure. Fine on this point? Any doubt on this, please? May I proceed? Okay, the next one, I said corporates need money only under two categories. First one is called CapEx. Second one is called OpEx, operational expenditure. It means the requirement is only for one reason, nothing but running the business. So if we need funds to start a new activity, it is called capital expenditure, CapEx, or we need money to run, then we say it is OpEx, operational expenditure. Am I clear to you on this? Suppose you want to come out with a new fleet of vehicles, okay, in your locality. One MNC started a manufacturing plant. It recruited, let us say, 5,000 employees. It is very far from the city. So you got a contract of offering a fleet. You got a contract of arranging a fleet of 50 buses for the purpose of commuting the employees of that organization. Now you please tell me which amount comes under CapEx, which amount comes under OpEx. You are the contractor of those 50 buses. Now you think from your business point of view. So first of all, you need to acquire those 50 buses. So you need money to buy those buses. So that comes under CapEx. The salaries of the driver, cleaner, and the petrol or diesel, the fuel expenditure that you are paying, it comes under OpEx. So I hope now all of you understood the meaning of capex or opex. Friends, the way that business is transforming in any industry, we may have industry 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, some X.0 in future, but the needs do not change. The needs definitely fall under only these two categories only, capex and opex. There is no third one. Okay. So what is this industry 4.0 and in terms of finance? Now, the way that we are arranging funds to meet our capex requirements and opex requirements, at times either the instruments are changing or the way that we are arranging funds are changing. Okay. So in terms of instruments, now we figured out that the requirements are either capex or opex. So first we will look into the capex and then we will see opex. So friends, what are the instruments that we are using in capex? Okay, so can anyone answer? Usually, take any company. That company needs money, huge money. Which company is coming out with IPO now in terms of the automobile sector, scooters, electric scooters? They are selling something at 72 rupees to 76 rupees. Yes, friends.
Sir, I think buildings, equipments, like the physical assets.
Yes, sir. Yes. What I'm saying is you need money.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
you need money. So when you need money, you are collecting it from others by giving some document to them, which we call financing instrument. So these financing instruments, in terms of capex, whether it is industry 1.0 or industry 4.0, in terms of instruments, there is no change. Only the way that we are raising funds by using these instruments, there is a change. So let us very quickly understand those instruments which all of us are quite aware. The first one is shares. Now Ola Electric is issuing shares to public, right? So friends, what is this share? What is the meaning of this share? And what are we sharing? Suppose if you buy share of a company, what do you share, friends? Friends, let's not worry about the technical terms and all. I'm asking very simple, normal question. You are buying a company share. Okay. So what is that you are going to share?
Sir, ownership, kind of ownership.
Okay, you are very close to it. You share the profits and losses of the company and their assets. That's it. Isn't it? Why are you buying share of a company? You feel that, oh, this company is doing well. So when this company earns very good profits, I will get some return. You have 1 lakh rupees. You can very comfortably deposit that 1 lakh in a bank and get fixed deposit interest after 1 year. Instead, you are buying share of a company, hoping that this company will be in profits tomorrow and you get back part of profit, as there is a term for that, dividend. Okay, friends, what is that called? Dividend. What is this dividend? It is nothing but share in the profit of a company. Well, very good. Then what is the second one? You are going to share what? Every year you get dividend. So every year you get part of profit. Okay. Now, do you actually get every year profit if you buy share of a company when the company is in profits? That we will see depending upon what kind of share that you are buying later. First of all, we are trying to understand the meaning of shares. I said share means we are sharing profit of a company, which happens every year. And second thing is you share the assets of the company. right? Now, when do you get a part of asset of the company? Because you have share of the company. Yes, friends. Do you get it every year or only once? It is only once, only when the company is closed. That process is called winding up process. Okay, as long as company is in continuation, running up and doing well, you get part of profit called dividend. And when the company is closed, all the assets will be sold, all the liabilities will be repaid, whatever money is left over, that will be shared among the shareholders, which is why we use the term shares. So what kind of shares are there? Okay, so from this industry 1.0 till this industry 3.0, 4.0, we will see instruments. What are those? We will see later. Okay, if you look at, we have equity share. Okay, so we all know that there is something called stock market, NSE, BSE, shares get listed, people buy the share. After some years, the share price goes so much, they'll make money. So what is this equity share? Friends, as I said, we are going to see different kinds of shares which were a kind of evolution in the last 50-60 years. Equity shares were the oldest. They are more than century old. So if you buy equity share of a company, whenever company is in profits, and if the company decides to distribute the profit, if the company decides to distribute the profit, you get part of profit. If the company decides to reinvest entire profit back into the business, you cannot demand even one single rupee as dividend. The word dividend comes into existence only when the company is in profit. When the company is in loss, you get nothing. And when the company is in profits, if the board of directors decide to distribute part of profit of that year among shareholders, only then equity shareholders will get dividend. If the board of directors decide to reinvest, equity shareholders don't get any dividend even when the company is in profit. Okay. Now, when the company is closed, at the time of winding up, they stand at the bottom after disposing of the assets of the company. With that, all the liabilities will be repaid. If any surplus is left over, after paying all kinds of stakeholders, equity shareholders come at the bottom. Only then they may get something, they may not get something. Now, second one, differential voting rights. Okay, or differential voting shares also called. So what is this differential voting rights? We call them as the DVR shares. Tata Motors have already issued this. So here we have to go back and understand one very, very important right that equity shareholders have got. That right is to vote in annual general meeting to elect the board of directors, and also to participate in very crucial decisions. Now, which company is holding the shares of Chennai Super Kings? Yes, friends.
Shri Cements.
It is India Cements, sir. India Cements. Now, India Cements shares are being purchased. It is now going to be taken over by Ultratech Cement, which belongs to Aditya Vikram Birla Group, AV Birla Group. Okay. Now, equity shareholders of India Cements, they participate in a voting process to decide whether it is okay for them to sell the company shares, or it is okay for them that this Aditya Vikram Birla Group, Ultratech Cement, takes over India Cements or not. So whenever there is voting with reference to anything, either to elect the board of directors or to participate in the decisions of business restructuring, whenever there is any voting, only equity shareholders have the voting power. No one else. Nobody else. Now, friends, it is just like electing member of parliaments, Lok Sabha. Friends, who have the voting right to elect Lok Sabha MPs? I ask a simple question. Who have the right to participate in the voting process of electing Lok Sabha MPs? Yes, friends.
The voters.
Very good. Very good. Generally, I get answer as citizens. No. My daughter is also a citizen. I am also a citizen of India. But because my daughter is not yet 18 plus, she does not have voting right. Similarly, whenever any voting process happens, only equity shareholders have the voting right, but differential voting right holders, DVR shareholders, do not have any voting right. They simply can't participate. Then why are they buying this kind of share? It is very simple. Imagine I have 100 shares in Reliance Industries. 100 shares in Reliance Industries is not even 0.00001%. So, can I go against the decision taken by Mukesh Ambani with reference to this Reliance Industries just by having only 100 shares? Practically speaking, no, nothing. Even if I don't like a decision taken by Mr. Mukesh Ambani, technically I can't do anything because I don't hold even 1% shares in the company, not even 0.01% shares in the company. So my voice does not matter. When my vote does not matter, I feel it is okay to compromise on my vote. Let's not have any vote. But as a compensation, you pay me higher dividend. So these differential voting right shareholders get higher dividend than equity shareholders whenever company declares dividends, not every year. Okay, for losing out their voting rights. So it is not that some portion of equity shareholders are given this option. No, differential voting rights are altogether separate class of shares where the differential voting right holders do not get any voting right. As a compensation, they get higher dividend when compared with equity share. Now, preferential shares. This is a third kind of share. So, as the name indicates, preferential, they are given preference. Preference over whom? Preference over this equity and differential voting rights. So, when do they get preference? And what sort of preference they have? Now, when do the equity shareholders or differential voting shareholders get money, friends? Which are the two occasions? First one is annual dividend, okay, which is anyhow not obligatory on the part of the company even when it is in profits. And second one, when the company is closed. Here, in both these occasions, preferential shareholders will get preference over equity and DVR right holders only, not over any other kind of security holder. So, when the company is in loss, no shareholders, including preferential shareholders, get anything. But when the company is in profits, attention please, when the company is in profits, it is mandatory for the company to pay a dividend to preference shareholders, which they have mentioned at the time of issuing the preference shares. If they have said that each face value of preference share is 100 rupees and whenever company is in profits, we will pay 10%. It means every year, irrespective of the amount of profit, they get 10% of 100 rupees, that is 10 rupees as dividend. Okay. So what is the difference between preference shares and other two class? It is mandatory to pay dividend to preference shares when company is in profits. Other two, not mandatory. They can comfortably reinvest profit back into the business without paying any dividend to equity and DVR. Second one, only after paying preference shareholders dividend, the company can pay dividend to equity shares and DVR rights because they have preference. Preferential shareholders have preference. Similarly, the second instance, when the company is closed, preferential shareholders are to be paid first among these three shareholders. Only after paying preference shareholders, if any amount is left over, that will be paid to equity and differential voting rights. Okay. So in these two occasions, these preferential shareholders get preference over equity and voting right, DVR voting right holders. Am I clear to you on this? Now with this, I have completed the shares part. So friends, for CapEx, we have said there are variety of instruments. Broadly, we can categorize them into shares and the second one is called debt securities. Shares is one segment, other one is debt security. Now there is one more point which I forgot to inform you. If the company issues preferential shares, they must be redeemed within a period of 20 years. 20 years for normal company and 30 years for infrastructure companies. Which companies come under infrastructure industry? Government of India decides from year to year. Industries like communication, power, and then road construction, all those come under infrastructure. So, if Tata Motors issues preference shares, maximum within how many years they have to repay the money back to the shareholders? 20 years. But another group company from Tata Power, if Tata Power issues preference shares, within how many years they have to repay the money back to shareholders? 30 years, 30. Okay. So now coming to debt securities, first one is called debenture. Debenture is just like promissory note. If I'm an individual, I need money from you, I'll sign a document called promissory note and borrow funds from you. Within 3 years, when you put up that bond, I have to return your money. Similarly, debentures are the securities issued by companies while raising funds, and the maximum repayment period is 10 years in the case of non-infrastructure and 20 years in the case of infrastructure. Are you able to see this? Reliance Industries mobilized 10,000 crore by issuing non-convertible debenture in 2023. Is this visible to you, friends? Reliance Industries collected 10,000 crore rupees. This is one example of debentures. Okay. So, in the case of debentures, what is the maximum time period to repay? It is 10 years for non-infrastructure companies and 20 years for infrastructure companies. As you can see on the screen, debenture is one. Second one is term loans. Term loans are between the company and the financial institution which is lending the money. If you feel you need money beyond 20 years, you need money for 25 years, can you issue debentures? You want to borrow today and want to repay after 25 years. Can you issue debentures, friends? Not possible, because Companies Act clearly says that the maximum time period to repay funds back to debenture holders is 10 years in the case of non-infrastructure and 20 years in the case of infrastructure. Now, if you buy debenture, it is mandatory for the company to pay interest on in every year, irrespective of its profitability. Even when the company is in loss also, it has to pay interest to you, whatever they have committed. Suppose if they said the face value is 1,000 rupees and the rate of interest is 9%. Every year you get 90 rupees interest on each debenture, whether company is in profits or loss. And after 10 years, you get your money back, your investment back, if the company is non-infrastructure, or if it is infrastructure company, after 20 years, you get your money back. Hope you all understood the difference between debenture and shares. Now, term loans, it's up to you to negotiate with a bank. You may say that, please give me loan for 25 years and I don't pay interest or any EMI for the first 5 years. Banker may say, fine, not an issue. We will give you loan to take this money. First 5 years, don't pay anything. 6th year to up to 25th year, pay higher amount of EMI. The terms and conditions are purely as per negotiation between the borrower and the lending financial institution. Is that clear to you on term loans, friends? Now, if you look at the last one on the screen, in terms of the financing instruments, this is called deep discount bond. Okay. Imagine a case where you got widening of NH1. Okay. NH1 runs between Delhi to Amritsar. You got that road widening project. Yours is a private company. Now tell me, when do you get money back on this investment? And what is the only way of getting money back on your investment, friends? NHAI gave you road widening project. Yours is like Navayuga Engineering or L&T. You have widened NH1. Okay. The contract, the maintenance and everything is given to you up to 30 years. So what is the only source of income for you from this project? Tell me. What is the only source of income for you in this project? All of you travel on national highways in your private vehicles. You pay something for your traveling. What is that? You pay toll gate. Toll gate is the only source of income for this company. Now, this contract is for 30 years. Do you think this company can issue debentures because they need money to invest on road widening project? Can this company directly issue debentures? Will that be suitable? Yes, participants, tell me. No, that won't be a wiser option.
No,
If you have issued debentures, from first year itself you have to pay interest on debentures. Road widening itself will take some 6 to 7 years, and you will start receiving money only after that period. So if you have issued, imagine you have issued debentures, where do you get money to pay interest? So debentures are not a proper option. For you, the option could be deep discount bond. It means you will tell the investors, face value of this bond is 1 lakh. But you pay me now only 15,000 rupees. After 25 years, you give the bond back to us, we will give you entire 1 lakh. This is the meaning of deep discount bonds. So generally, infra companies use these bonds because in the initial stage, they don't get any money from the project. They start receiving money only after 5, 6, 10 years from the date of commencement of the project. So if they have issued debentures, they won't get money to pay the interest. Okay. So now the next one. As I said, friends, up to Industry 3.0, the ways of raising funds are these three. First one is called rights issue. Rights issue means you raise funds from the existing shareholders only. All big companies have done this. Okay, let us say Reliance have come out with a rights issue saying that it is 15:1. It means if you are currently holding 15 shares of Reliance Industries, and in the stock market each share is trading at 1,000 rupees. Now you get an opportunity to buy one share directly from the company at a price lesser than current market price. So this is called rights issue. So who are the people pumping money into the company? Existing shareholders only. New shareholders don't have any right to participate in this, which is why it is called rights issue. Okay. Now, second thing is private placements. All of you, please have a look at here. Very, very important one. Private placements. So you approach either an individual who is very wealthy, or you approach some financial institutions, or a new kind of investors called AIF, Alternative Investment Funds. Are you all able to see this tab? Registered Alternative Investment Funds on SEBI screen? Friends?
it is visible.
Okay. So, alternative investment funds. Who are these people? Angel investors, venture capitalists, private equity funds, hedge funds, all these come under alternative investment funds. I am giving you very, very important information. Please have a look at the screen itself, friends. If you have a brilliant business idea, you need money to materialize your business idea into a business, a venture. You need some funds. Okay. Whom to approach? Directly, if you go to a bank, they may say, no, we don't fund on the ideas right now. You start a business, put it in running, get some revenue, come to us. At this point, we may not. But these AIF, alternative investment funds, they will invest on your ideas because they are the angel investors and venture capital people. So how to contact them? As you can see, this is the SEBI screen. If you just Google registered alternative investment funds with SEBI, it gives you complete list in A to Z format in terms of alphabetical order. You can see their name, registration number, email, address, and contact person. So in your locality, whichever city it is closer to you, from this list, you identify the one closer to you, go to them, put up your business plan, submit your DPR, detailed project report. If they get convinced, they will fund. This is a pan-India list. This is real-time list. This is a wonderful source, database. Please spread this. We are all teachers to all the budding entrepreneurs. If they have business ideas, if they need someone to invest, where to go, whom to contact, this is the database. All these are registered with SEBI. This is SEBI website. Tell them, just go to SEBI website, look for registered alternative investment funds. Just Google it. It will land here. And you can see all these places. Okay. So the address is there. Let them go to their nearest one. This is from Delhi. This is from Maharashtra. Okay. So this is from Karnataka. So all A to Z, there are so many. Go to them, present your plan, get money from them. Who are they? There is a collective noun for them. What is a collective noun, friends? Alternative investment funds. These AIFs could be angel investors, venture capital, private equity. Now let me tell you, in your journey, who will join you at what position? Next 5 minutes, please be attentive. Very much important point. You have a business idea. It is still not yet transformed into business. To convert that idea into business itself, you need money. Approach angel investors. Approach angel investors. Present your DPR, detailed project report. If they get convinced, they will fund you to start your business. To start your business. At that time, you might be selling one share to them at 10 rupees. How much? 10 rupees. Now you started your business. After 2 years, there is a venture now. After 2 years, you want to expand your operations. You need more money. Whom to approach now? Approach venture capitalist, VC. Okay, so they will also invest in your company. Now, do you allot them share at same 10 rupees? No, because there is a business which is running, so you will sell each share to them at 20 rupees. Now, after 1 more year, you want to expand further, and you also want to have some expert help in terms of running the business. Then you have to approach PE, private equity, KKR, not Kolkata Knight Riders. Okay, KKR is world's largest PE firm. Okay, Coleman Robert. Okay, so KKR. What do? They will give you business ideas, sit along with you in management, expand the business. So at what price you are selling them each share? 30 rupees. Angel investors joined you to start the business, so you gave them share at 10. Venture capital joined your business later, so you gave each share at 20. Private equity people joined much more later, so you gave 30 rupees. But when do they exit? Reliance Capital in July 2014. When the company was, the parent name is, you all know, it is 197, okay? Paytm, when the company was still at its inception stage, Reliance Capital picked up only 1% stake. Okay, and you know how much they invested? They invested 10 crores. 10 crores for 1% share in the company. And just after 5-6 years, they sold this 10 crore for how much? 275 crore rupees to Alibaba Ant Group. So, one venture capital may sell their stake to another venture capital for a profit and exit. So, this is a case where Reliance Capital worked under Anil Dhirubhai Ambani, not Mukesh, picked up 1% stake in Paytm by investing 10 crores. Okay. And then they have exited by selling the 10 crore investment for how much? 275 crore, making 2,600% profit. This is one way. The other way, now are you able to see this? The Ola Electric IPO. Can someone respond, please, friends? The highlighted para on Ola Electric.
Yes, sir, it will be visible but not clear.
Okay, not an issue. Now, Ola Electric. You all know Ola is selling electric scooters. It is collecting investment from public by selling its shares to the first time. If it is selling shares for the first time, it is called initial public offer, IPO. So in this IPO, if you see, they are selling fresh shares and collecting 5,500 crores. But offer for sale, promoters and existing shareholders, 645 crores. It means all the angel investors, venture capital people, private equity people who have joined and made investment in Ola scooters when it is new are now exiting in this IPO. Okay, so the one who got shares at 10, 20, 30. Now the price band of Ola is 72 rupees to 76. So they made investment at different levels. Somebody at 10 rupees, angel investor at 10 rupees, venture capital 20 rupees, and then private equity 30 rupees. Now they are exiting when the share price is 76 rupees during the IPO. So the initial investment made by them is called what? Private placement. The method in which they made investment is called private placement. And third one is public issue. You have seen the public issue of Ola now. The new ways of financing, Industry 4.0. I said instruments remained same. One or two new instruments came into picture, but the methods have changed. These are predominantly for startups and new companies. The earlier ones, rights issue, private placement, public issue, are companies which are already existing, long-standing in the market. But the instruments and the methods which we are going to discuss now are predominantly for startups and new businesses. So what is the first one? It is called equity share warrant. Equity share warrant. Imagine I told you that, see, I am starting a company, or I just started a company. Currently, the value of my share is 100 rupees. Each share is 100 rupees. But exactly after 1.5 years, it will become 200 rupees. So if you want to invest today, I will sell shares to you at 100. But if you want to invest after 18 months, I will sell you at 200. But I am telling you one thing, that there is a way out. You don't invest in my company right now because my company is still young. I understand you have apprehensions on the ability of my company, whether company will be there after 2 years or not. So today we both enter into an agreement where after 18 months, you will buy each share not at 100, not at 200, at 120 rupees. Okay, so I'm giving you a chance to buy my company share after 18 months at 120. This is called, this right to buy share on a future date at 120 is called equity share warrant. If you want to exercise that option, today you have to pay me 1/4 of the agreed price. How much is the agreed price in our example? 120. So today you have to pay me 30 rupees and observe my company performance. If you are satisfied, after 18 months, you pay the balance amount, 120 minus 30, 90 rupees. Or if you feel it makes a terrible bad decision to invest on my company, you may opt out, but the 1/4 which you have already paid will not be paid you back. Okay, so this kind of mechanism is done by issuing. If I am issuing today what is called equity share warrant, it is still not a share, so still you are not a shareholder, you don't get dividend, you don't participate in any election voting. Within 18 months, whenever you are willing to pay the balance, then your equity share warrants will get converted into equity shares. Since after that, if the company is in profits, board decide, they will declare dividend, you will get dividend. Am I clear to you on equity share warrant? It's a relatively new kind of instrument. If you have any doubt on this, please ask me, and then I will proceed to the other ways of raising funds, not other instruments, ways of raising funds. The method which is becoming very popular these days, including in India, including even making short films and films also, is called crowdfunding. As the name indicates, you already know the meaning of this. What is this? Can someone help me? What is the meaning of crowdfunding?
Many funds you may get from different sources according to my point.
Fine, sir. Fine, sir. I appreciate your participation. So here what happens is, there are crowdfunding platforms. These platforms act as the middleman between you, the one who is doing the business, and a variety of investors. Okay, so you share your business idea broadly on this crowdfunding platform, and you may say that I need 10 crores to do or to start this project. This crowdfunding platform helps you to mobilize this 10 crores from a variety of investors. Whosoever are they all can participate. Whosoever is willing to subscribe the idea. So out of this 10 crores, the platform may take its fees of, let us say, some 30-40 lakhs, and it will give you the balance 9.6 crores. And you issue the shares to the investors. So this is called crowdfunding. Okay. Before I explain what is called security token offering, which has become very popular now in advanced nations like America and Western Europe. Very soon this will also come to India. I will first explain ESOP and sweat equity. Then I will come to security token offering, STO. Okay. So friends, what is this sweat equity? Why is it becoming very popular in this current industry 4.0? What is sweat equity? If the employees are working for your company, okay, they are sweating by working for your company. Usually, how do you compensate them? I am working for your company. I'm a regular employee. Every month, what do you give me? Yes, friends. What do you give me? If I'm an employee of your
Salary.
organization, you pay me salary, correct?
Salary.
Salary,
Yeah.
very good, correct? If the business is Bata, do you pay salary in terms of rupees or chappal? Yes, sir. Pramod, sir, your business is just like Bata and Corona. Yours is this shoes and leather business. I'm your production manager. Do you pay me my salaries in terms of rupees, or you pay me your salaries in terms of you take these 1,000 pairs of shoes like that?
No, we'll pay in rupees only, but less only we'll pay, not fully. 100% we cannot pay. That is the principle.
Right. So in this sweat equity, law permits you, instead of paying salary, you may issue your company shares. Okay. So this is becoming very popular in the case of newly established startup companies, where they are recruiting rich kids from engineering colleges. These rich kids, because they are from rich and wealthy families, okay, they are getting convinced that, okay, I don't need, if the compensation package is, let us say, 1 lakh rupee salary, you pay me 20,000 rupees salary in cash. Remaining 80,000 rupees, you pay me your company shares. Okay? Is this clear to you? What is sweat equity? Okay? So instead of awarding or rewarding the employees by paying a salary or monetary benefits, you may reward or compensate your employees by offering your company shares. Are they paying any amount to you? No. But you are getting the job done. If they are having any patents with them working in your company will get the patent. They are rewarded by giving shares to them. This is sweat equity. You may say that you can sell the shares only after some 4 years, 5 years, etc. If you do not mention any period, in Companies Act it is mentioned as 3 years period. So if you get sweat equity shares, if you get shares allotted under sweat equity by your employer, you cannot sell them within 3 years. Only after 3 years you can sell them to anyone. Am I clear to you on sweat equity, please? Because I'm moving to next one called ESOP, Employee Stock Option Plan. Sweat equity is happening now. You get the shares now. You are employee. You are not giving any money to the company. Whereas employee stock option plan, it is only an option given to the employee. You may say, if you work with me for 3 years, I may pay you lesser amount of salary for 3 years. But after 3 years, I will give you an option to buy my company share at 50% discount rate. This is only an option. Okay? But here what is happening? After 3 years, if you are exercising this option, you have to pay money to the company. You are buying shares of the company. at a discounted price. You are actually making investment into the company. Employees are making physical, real investment into the company, but not today, after some time in future, at a discounted price. Whereas sweat equity, today you are getting shares where you are not making any monetary contribution. It is a reward against your work towards the company, which you can sell after 3 years. ESOP, today you get shares, I mean, so after some 3 years, 4 years, whenever you get the shares, same day you can sell them in the market. No lock-in period. So, did I explain these two concepts? Hope all of you understood what is employee stock option plan. When do they get share? Payment of cash, not today, on a future date. Sweat equity, no cash involved. It's a reward for your work. You are paid shares today only. This is the difference. Okay? Fine, any doubt on this? Now I am moving to the most innovative product in the last 3-2 years, which is making huge impact in advanced countries. Security token offering, STO. So, what is this security? Security means any instrument, any document which helps you to get your money back on a future date is security. Which helps you to get your money back on a future date is called security. So, in this security token offer, normally if you are buying shares of this Ola IPO, okay, you want to buy shares. What is that you have to give to the company to buy the shares at the time of buying shares? Yes, friends, tell me. Suppose you are a rice wholesale dealer. Can you tell Ola that I don't have cash? You take 1 quintal of rice and you give me shares. Can you say like this? Yes, friends. No, you can't. When you want to buy Ola company shares, company says, you give me only rupees. Only then I will allot shares. Now, friends, in this STO, you may give anything to the company. If you are a supplier of raw material, you give raw material. Or you have funds, you give cash. You have, what is this, not fiat currency, not the original currency that we use in India. You have bitcoins. You give bitcoins to the company. Okay? They will give you shares. Because it is a security, it is regulated by Security Exchange Commission, SEC, the organization which is equivalent to what we have called SEBI here in India. This may not be there in India today, but soon it will come to India also. Okay? So, Security Exchange Commission asks only 4 questions to decide whether it is STO or not. Question 1. Is any person investing in a company? Yes. With an intention to share profits in the company? Yes. Is the money used for business purpose? Yes. If it is used by other than investor, the company and its directors for the business purpose? Yes. If yes is the answer for these 4 questions, that's a security. You may issue anything. Investor may give anything to the company. Company may give any kind of security, any kind of instrument, any promise. Then it is regulated by SEC. It is called STO, Security Token Offering. It is not IPO. Companies which are registered with the SEC and tell them that they want to raise some 1 million, 2 million, up to 50 million is the maximum limit. Okay. They want to raise funds. They can raise funds under this method also. STO, Security Token Offering. You may give anything to the company which they accept, Bitcoin or dollars, and get back anything from them. Okay? Am I clear? Now, going to OPEX, operational. Now, traditional OPEX financing methods. You can see the list over there. The first one is trade credit. Okay, trade credit. Friends, your company is a two-wheeler manufacturing company like this Hero Honda. Do you manufacture tires also? No, you don't. Some Seat company, MRF or someone, JK Tires, they will manufacture tires. So you buy them on credit and tell them that, see, you please sell these many number of tires to me, and after 3 months, I will sell them. I will sell my scooters or my bikes in the market. I will get my money and pay your money back. So this is called trade credit. Now, second one is advance receipts. Advance receipt means it is just like all these real estate projects. Every milestone, you need to pay some money to the builder, isn't it? After foundation, you pay some money. Before at the time of booking itself, you have to pay some money. With that, the builder will complete the foundation work. Then you have to give some more money. With that, the builder completes the next level of work, first floor. You pay next level of money, next milestone money. Then entire flat is ready. Or your business is shipbuilding, Musgao Dock. You got a contract from Indian Navy to build submarines. Initially, you take some money from them. That is your advance receipt. Now, third one, if these two amounts are not sufficient, you go to a bank. Banks will give you working capital loans. Okay? So for all your day-to-day requirements, your electricity bill, payment of salaries to your employees, everything comes under OPEX, working capital. For that, you get a loan. Next one is LOC, letter of credit issued by the banks. You want to import some raw material, and you are promising the seller that you will pay money after 2 months. But what is the guarantee that you will pay money after 2 months? So the seller may have a doubt. So you will take the help of bank. Bank will issue letter of credit, a kind of guarantee saying that if this buyer does not pay money, I will pay money. This is called LOC, letter of credit. Or if you need money, you can sell something called commercial paper with a maximum duration of 180 days. Okay, so you sell commercial paper with a face value of, let us say, 100 rupees for a maximum period of 180 days. So investors today will invest around, let us say, 94 rupees. After 180 days, they will get back 100 rupees from you. So you are selling them at discount and repaying them at their face value. So all these are very traditional, but this industry 4.0 financing for your operational expenditure, asset securitization, sale and lease back, utility tokens. Okay, so these three are there. Friends, I will now first explain what is asset securitization. Nowadays, every banker is also doing the same. Suppose you are getting 1,000 crores after 1 year. That 1,000 crores is not in your hands today. You will get the 1,000 crores after 1 year. You are expected to receive. So what do? You will break this 1,000 crores into 3 parts. First part is called senior debt. Today you need 900 crores. After 1 year, you may get 1,000 crores. So these 900 crores you will make into 3 parts. First part is called senior debt. 300 crores. Okay. So you will tell pension funds and all those investors that today you give me 300 crores. Market interest rate, if you make a fixed deposit today, you get only 6.5%, but I will pay you 8%. Okay. So they may feel that this company, after 1 year, may not get their entire order book of 1,000 crores or 1,200 crores. At least 300 crores they will definitely receive. So they say, okay, we will invest 300 crores at 8%. So after 1 year, you have to pay back their 300 crores with 8%. That is 24 crores of interest. First to them only. Next 300 crores, you will tell investors, other kind of investors, saying that you are mezzanine. So after paying the senior debt, I will pay your 300 crores. But after paying them only, so I will pay you, let us say, 9%. So they will also think that, oh, this company is supposed to get some 1,100 crores or 1,200 crores after 1 year. For sure, they will get some 700, 800 crore rupees. So after paying the first 300 crores at 8%, now you are paid the next 300 crores at 9% interest. But you still need another 300. Your objective is to collect 900 crores upfront. After 1 year, you may realize 1,000, 1,100, 1,200. You don't know how much you realize actually. Okay. So these 300 crores, you tell them, other investors, they are called equity people. It's not equity share. Okay. You tell them, you give me 300 crores now. After paying the senior debt 300 crores at 8%, mezzanine 300 crores at 9%, rest of the money, whatever I collect, it is all yours. So if you invest 300 crores now, after 1 year, you may get even 400 crores. So you may get 33% return, or you may get 350 crores. Okay, 16% return. So they may feel, okay, there is some amount of risk involved, but we may get very higher return. So whatever order book that you have, you are showing that order book only and getting money in advance from different financial institutions. And in the future, when you actually realize that money from your sales, you will pay them. This is the method called asset securitization. The order book that you have is your asset. Okay, this is what popularly all the companies are doing now. Second one, sale and lease back. This happens mostly in aviation, shipping, cargo, all those business are. Very frequently, you come across in newspapers that Air India has given order for 30 Boeing or Airbus. Okay, let me not use this Boeing 737 or X because Boeing is facing problems now. Airbus. It means Air India is purchasing 30 aeroplanes from Airbus. That costs so much. So they may borrow funds, place an order, buy the aeroplanes from Airbus. But immediately they will not keep them as the official owner. They will sell them to some financial institutions. Get money from them. With that, they will repay their liabilities. But they need aeroplanes. They need aeroplanes, 30 aeroplanes. For that purpose only they purchased. So from the same financial institution, they take those 30 aeroplanes on lease. And they pay only lease rent. Instead of paying interest on loan, EMI, they feel this is much better. You pay only lease rent. Now you sold that aeroplane also. Suddenly, if there is a technological development happens, new variety of aeroplane comes. If you have purchased the aeroplane and keeps it with you, you are using obsolete technology. Advanced countries needs very grand new aeroplanes. Only in a place like Nepal, very often it is very heartening to see that how many people are disheartening, how many people are dying due to this air accidents in Nepal. Why? One of the reasons is they are using all the old aeroplanes which advanced countries threw away. Right? So this is called sale and lease back. You acquire a property, take a loan from the bank, buy machine, immediately sell this machine to some financial institution. With that money, repay loan. But you need that machine, take the same machine on lease, pay lease rent. Suddenly, if a new variety of machine, equipment, vehicle comes into the market, now you place order for that new one. You need not continue to use the old one. This is the advantage. Because technology is changing very fast, you also need to adjust your financing strategies to suit to the requirement of changes in technology. So which is why this sale and lease back is becoming very popular in all these sectors. And finally, the last one is utility token. Friends, this is also becoming or gaining momentum. What is this utility token? Suppose I am a two-wheeler manufacturer. I need money to buy all the raw material and buy different parts from different companies, tires from one company, brakes from one company, all those. Two-wheeler manufacturers means they don't manufacture the components. They buy the components from different companies, assemble them, sell them. That's it. Okay. Now what I'm saying is, you give me, you are the public, you are public. What I'm saying is, you give me 100 rupees, you give me 80 rupees today. After 1 year, I will give you a chance to use my product up to 100 rupees. Suppose you need my product, you take it in future. I will give you product worth 100. Or you don't need, after 1 year you need money, you sell this right to somebody else, take 100 rupees from them. They will get that right to utilize my product or service. So this is called utility token. Like you are planning for tourism for 30 days, sometime in future. Okay. Already Club Mahindra follows the same process. What do they say? You pay us some 5 lakh rupees. Next 20-30 years, we are giving you a chance to use our own property or our network property for these many days every year. Isn't it? This is nothing but an example of utility token. Earlier, this was there by and large in service sector. Now it has come to even manufacturing products also. It is slowly coming now in automobile sector, where companies are saying, you pay us money and we will give you a chance to use our vehicles for X number of days from this period to that period. If you don't require the vehicle on that day, you have a chance to transfer this right to someone else. Okay, so this is called utility token. So friends, these are the latest varieties of financing methods used in OpEx in Industry 4.0. So I am done with my session. It's exactly 11:28 now. If you have any questions, please ask me. I will clarify your doubts.
Actually, it will be more informative. We are not aware of that. More informative. In future, if you are going to start any company, other thing, it's essential. Or the private place, also said the private placement, IPO, the initial public offer. These are the things we are not actually aware of that. Sir actually taught very nicely. Thanks a lot, sir. So in future, definitely we can utilize this one when we are going or starting any
Okay,
company.
thank you, sir.
Hello.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Abhishek
Please,
ji.
please.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Sir, I want to ask you about the CSR, like corporate social responsibilities, how they impact these kind of like OPEX and all the things of a company.
Sir. Sir, in CSR, one of the way that companies are spending is, suppose if you are employee of a company, you have a brilliant business idea. If you take it to your organization, if they are funding on your idea, especially if your idea is a kind of social entrepreneurship, that also comes under CSR as well as way of investing. I will give the best example in India, sir. You all know Shiv Nadarji, the promoter and chairperson of HCL Group. One person by name Rajendra Singh Pawar used to work under him somewhere around 1990s and approached him and told him that, sir, at this point of time, only engineering colleges are imparting IT education. Why don't we start pan-India IT educational institutes? He said, wonderful plan. You start this company, I will fund, you are the chairman. You know what's that institution? NIIT. Today, NIIT also has a university at Neemrana, Rajasthan. HCL also has a university. Still, who is the single largest shareholder of NIIT? It is Shiv Nadar. So, if you can actually convince your employer and the group, promoter group, and if your business has a social impact, they can invest. You be the single main promote, you be the chairperson. You get an investment that comes under CSR as per Companies Act. If you have any follow-up question, Abhishek ji, you are welcome to ask.
No, sir. Sir, like my view is that sometimes the company promote their CSR activities to get the customer or the investors attracted towards them.
No, sir. That cannot be corporate social. That's pure business. If it is CSR, we have to follow what comes under CSR as per Companies Act.
Yes, sir. Because nowadays I see many like advertisements in the newspaper. They count on these things and they try to attract the customers for their other products, which are not actually good as per the customer's price. I mean, they are inferior in quality, but they promote. So how can we like? Is there any system that we can complain regarding that company so that they
CCI,
cannot
sir.
bluff the users?
CCI, sir. Competition Commission of India is the authority. CCI can take suo motu action, that is taking action on their own, or any person in India may file a case with the CCI, Competition Commission of India.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for this brilliant clarifications.
My pleasure, sir. Any other query, please? Yes, please.
Sir, Remote Center, JB Institute of Technology, Dehradun.
Please.
Sir, thank you for sharing such a wonderful information. We want to know, sir, important tools for the financing we are using nowadays.
Sir, important tools. Can you please be specific, sir? You want to seek further information or what? What exactly is that?
There are some tools like Tally we are using.
Sir,
and,
gone, sir. Gone, sir. Those days are over. Do not worry about accounting process and all. Nowadays, sir, even by paying 150 rupees, as low as 150 rupees, there are cloud accounting packages available. You can just give your data in Excel, they will give you everything. Tally is also becoming outdated. Now, the level of ERPs which are coming into market and the SAP FICO modules that most of the companies are following in the market, there is no scope for Tally. It is completely user-based, completely user-friendly, user-based. Okay, sir? And there is so much of cloud platforms are available. If you just Google it, you will find so many, sir. There were TV advertisements also. So you need not buy Tally, appoint one accountant to prepare your accounts. Nothing. If you simply sold 100 rupees today, out of which 50 rupees cash, 50 rupees credit. You just have to give this information in Excel that my sales are today 100, cash sales 50, credit sales to ABC Limited 50. That automatically goes into that cloud computing. It will give you your P&L account today and balance sheet today. Anytime you want, it is available.